Hi everybody, how are you? This is the solar return for Cancer. In other words, the energy of Cancer and what does it mean, what does it contain, how can Cancer use it, and how can everybody else use it to enhance their month of July. And also how can you recognize a cancer if you have a specific or a prominent cancer around you. Then perhaps you enjoy this video. See whether it resonates with your cancer or whether you're a moon sign or a rising sign. Okay, I hope you will enjoy it. Please like and share, and thank you so much for subscribing. Keep on doing it and share it with friends, family and acquaintances, colleagues, and let's get this channel growing. I loved it. I love it, and I hope you do too. Take care and enjoy. I've already laid out the reading that I usually do after I have given all the information that I've done research on. As you can see, I've done my homework again, and I hope you enjoyed. I use internet, I use my books. I've got from Linda Goodman this book. That's Linda Goodman's Sun Signs, and then I've also got Linda Goodman's Love Signs. Okay, these are my Bibles. I've had them for about 45-50 years and they're still terrific. And I'm also using a new book, and that is more about the planets. So I will be discussing the planet Moon or the moon sign. So there we go. That's where I get all my information from, and of course from internet. Okay, Cancer comes in on the 21st of June, and that is also the summer solstice until July the 21st. But the calendar has changed, the astrological calendar. So if you're born after 55, I believe, then it might be the 22nd. This is also the summer solstice, so it's very exciting. We're going literally into the summer. That will be the longest day, and there will be celebrations. Wiccans and pagans celebrate that as a new year, or rather a new phase in their calendar. The sun is then at its highest, and after that day, then the days will start to get shorter again. I'm not waiting for that. I just love the light. Cancer is also feminine, and it is a cardinal element. It's water element, cardinal and negative. The ruler is moon, so Cancer is ruled by the moon, like a lot of the other water signs. And the night force is also feminine. Right. Cancer is a cardinal water sign represented by the crab. This oceanic crustacean, or rather Cancerian seamless, weaves between the sea and the shore, representing Cancer's ability to exist in both emotional and material realms. Cancers are highly intuitive, and their psychic abilities manifest in intangible spaces. For instance, Cancer can effortlessly pick up the energies in a room. These crabs are highly sensitive to their environments, as well as extremely self-protective. Much like their celestial spirit Cancer are shielded by a hard external shell. That's the crab, of course. At first, these crabs may be perceived as cold or distant, because water is cold and can be distant, like it's misty under the water. So you have to let your imagination go so that you can understand where I'm coming from and how I'm explaining it. It's like the air signs, they are also regarded as cold because air is cold. When you go higher up into the atmosphere, you can freeze. Okay, so that is how I memorize things like that, and I pick it up during my life, and that's how I interpret it. Um, with time, though, cancers reveal their gentle nature, genuine compassion and mystical capabilities. Just don't be surprised if it takes a while to get to know them, and that's quite true, and that's why I always say the same with Scorpio. Scorpio and Cancer have the hard shell. Somebody came back to me and said Scorpio doesn't really have a shell. I said yes they do, have a look. And then they came back and said, oh yes, sorry, I didn't know that. Cancer is ruled by Moon, the celestial body that represents comfort, self-care and maternal energies. Accordingly, Cancer can tend to be domestically orientated. They love co- um, they love to create cozy, safe spaces that serves as their personal sanctuaries. They spend lots of time in them. Cancer can care deeply about their families and are quick to adopt caregiving roles. But these crabs must be careful. When Cancer invests in somebody emotionally, they risk blurring the line between attentive nurturing and controlling behavior. Well, I know a few Cancers and two of them are my favorite, and I haven't come across as being bossy, more moody. They go with the mood swings, with also with the tides and the moon coming, and the full moon and the new moon. They are very, very sensitive. Cancer attracts friends and lovers through their loyalty, commitment and emotional depth. These Cancerians make excellent hosts and enjoy entertaining with comfort, food and free-flowing libations. Cancer rules the stomach, so there is nothing these crabs love more than home-cooked meals. If you are not a fan of Cancer's attachment to the home, that may be a bit of a problem. Though these celestial crabs avoid direct conflict by walking at an angle, they can inflict a harsh pinch with their distinctive brand of passive aggressiveness. Those claws, all the other organs that Cancer also is ruled by or represents is the breast, the diaphragm, the womb, the vagina, and in some readers or astrologers say the veins, because blood flows through them. Okay. It might not be the veins, but it could be the blood because it's fluid. And also what I think is also in some respects the heart. Okay. So coming back from the passive aggressiveness, it may be difficult to convince a Cancer to talk openly about what's bothering them. That's quite true. But if you can do it without making them feel threatened, you'll build a long-lasting and trusting friendship or relationship. Cancer, though, can have casual sex intimacies on a whole other level. For these sweet water signs, Cancer, which is symbolized by the crab, needs to be completely comfortable before emerging from its shell. Cancer must trust their partners to reach their pleasure potential, and for these crabs, loyalty is fostered by physical closeness, cuddling, spooning, and hand-holding. Cancer rules the hands. Allow Cancer to feel safe and protected before lovemaking. Cancer is a water sign ruled by the moon, although lunar Cancers are extremely sensitive creatures, and those are, like I said, the full moon, the new moon, and the cusp going into Cancer and leaving Cancer and going into Leo. Although lunar Cancers are extremely sensitive creatures, they need to establish trust and loyalty before revealing their vulnerabilities. Accordingly, fellow water signs Scorpio and Pisces make terrific partners for sweet crabs, as they are known for their incredible intuition and psychic abilities. When coupled, these signs can often communicate through non-verbal, perhaps even telepathic expression. Though a less emotional sign, hard-working Capricorns deeply appreciate Cancerian sensitivity, because Capricorn is a home-loving sign as well. Like Capricorn, Cancer also tends to have a wild, kinky side that isn't afraid to get messy. Don't let their sweet sweaters or sweeters fool you. If you were born with the sun in Cancer, then strength comes from providing support and sustenance to others. Your journey involves finding ways to care for those you feel a responsibility to and for, at the same time as taking care of yourself, which you usually forget. Because the sun symbolizes core motives, you are likely to be driven by new things and a need to nourish and support and protect. Your path is about understanding your true personalities so that you can learn where you need to be needed is best applied. Your Cancer personality is shaped by an emotional depth which allows you to sustain and nurture others. Familial, in other words, family or family instincts are usually powerful, and you probably feel a strong urge to ensure your family unit is maintained. Your journey is likely to be shaped by the ways you become involved in others' lives. You are likely to be very sensitive and will have a marked capacity for sensing how others feel. As a cardinal sign, you will want to act upon your sense of responsibility. As a water sign, you can be especially empathic with a Cancer sun or star sign. You grow through nurturing others, providing understanding, support and care. Your journey will involve recognizing what you do and don't need to take on board. You must find the line between where your responsibilities start and end, and we all have to do that, but Cancer is more susceptible for the need to do this as they are water signs. Now I don't like this setup. So, as you proceed, you will discover when it is time to get on with your own life and when it is time to give others space they need to do the same. But Cancer needs also their own space. So say it. Set your boundaries. Let others know. Okay? That's how you know how to say no and to set your boundaries. And others will respect you even more for that. Ultimately, your journey is about providing support whilst maintaining appropriate boundaries. Oh, well, there you go. Objectivity is required. This is not always easy and is designed to test your ability to be both caring and detached. Well, let's go on to the second part, and because they sound similar, because I've noted similar things down, but there's also extra stuff here because I've even gone beyond Gemini this time, and Gemini was long, so I hope this won't be too long. Now I found a new website, and I found that there are more creatures, because there are 4 creatures, because a Cancer is a very rare sign. There's only about 7% Cancer of the world population, I found out. So you are very rare. Okay. You've got the seal, you've got the crab as the main animals, and you've also got the dolphin and the sea lion. So just type in what are the creatures related or resonated with Cancer, and then you'll get the page coming up. Now, some of the important people or famous people that are Cancer is Tom Cruise, Chris Pratt, Judy Greer, Harrison Ford. So there's loads more. So yes, they're very beautiful people, I find, especially Harrison Ford and Tom Cruise. Okay, now also the best signs or compatible signs for Cancer are Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, and Cancer self. Okay, Cancer's strength and weaknesses. The influence of water element features predominantly in the Cancer personality. Water is life-giving, but can destroy whatever is in its path. You need to come to terms with the force of your emotions and learn to keep your emotions under control. Then you can have the page, the knight, the queen, and the king status. So that's how I relate it to the tarot. Okay. And how quickly these can change. Your strength is your sensitivity, but it can also be your curse. To begin, you must learn to differentiate between feeling and emotion. Feelings provide insight into circumstances around you. Usually these are extremely important and form the basis of intuition. Emotions are transitory, but bring color and depth to life. Together these work in unison to help navigate your surroundings and are a vital connective tool. Okay, so connectivity is your subconscious, your senses. Okay, connective thought, connective feelings. Okay, so this is a very, for everybody, very useful, and I will read it again because I sometimes do stutter, I'm sorry. To begin, you must learn to differentiate between feeling and emotion. Feelings provide insight into circumstances around you, so you feel the energy, what's in the room, or what's coming back, feedback from other people, okay, how they feel. Okay, usually these are extremely important and form the basis for intuition. Okay, because then if you've got your feeling and open up, then you can let your senses, your cognitive centers, loose. Emotions are transitory, but bring color and depth to life. Together these work in unison to help navigate your surroundings and are a vital connective tool, so you can feel the negative energy and the positive energy. By listening to your feelings or your higher self, I believe, and your chakra, your solar plex, that's your emotional feeling, and your third eye. By listening to your feelings, you develop emotional intelligence. Recognize the changeable nature of emotion also allows you to let go. Therefore, you need to learn the difference between emotional response to a monetary situation and an intuitive reaction, feeling that gives you information you need. Okay? Very heavy, I know it sounds very heavy. Okay? So by listening to your feeling, you develop emotional intelligence. Okay? To achieve this, you need objectivity. Your journey will challenge you to transcend emotional turmoil, and see things for what they really are. So you mustn't walk around with pink color glasses, okay? You must really see the things as they are. Also be open to other people's comments, but they must be constructive. And your success will be measured in terms of how well you utilize emotional intelligence to understand what is happening around you, then your ability to take practical steps in meeting whatever is needed at hand. You can learn much about practical assessment and facts from your opposite sign, Capricorn. People born under the sun in Capricorn or Capricorn star sign are learning to achieve very similar things to you. Cancer and Capricorn represent the polarity of family and profession. Both signs are on a journey to find strength through responsibility on emotional and material levels. I've done the Capricorn energy reading, and indeed they're very, very businesslike. In fact, when you integrate more Capricorn characteristics into your Cancer personality, great progress can occur. Your sign has a reputation for being moody, that's true. But it's quite fun, because if you don't laugh at Cancer, but you laugh with Cancer, they can just jump out of that mood just like that. You therefore need to find ways to subdue the emotional storms that might otherwise plague your life. So, if you have a prominent Cancer around you, you might be a mum, you might be a dad, it might be a boyfriend or your partner, then find the antidote to make them laugh. And you'll be alright. Achieving this lets you understand when and where your help is required, whether you recognize it or not. Your tendency to react based on feeling is high. Strength comes from developing inner equilibrium, balance, so that you select the most appropriate response to whatever is happening at the time. Accordingly, you are learning to recognize the differences between your own moods or feelings and those of everyone else. Subjectivity and objectivity. This allows you to respond to emotional stimuli in appropriate ways. You must learn to differentiate between self and other. Remember, you come first, then the rest. If you don't do it for yourself, if you can't do it for yourself, then you can't do it for anybody else. Between what you alone are feeling and what you have intuited about someone else, family life is usually very important to you. This could be through your family of origin, or could come from your family of choice, friends, network, shared experiences between the glue that binds you. You enjoy maintaining emotional ties, and how your family feels about you is likely to weigh heavy on your mind. And that's true, they worry too much. And they're beautiful people. Okay. Through family, you learn vital lessons around responsibility and ideally grow up in an environment that teaches you how to support those you love. You also recognize the value of peaceful home. You will invest time and effort into making yours comfortable. Home is your castle and your place of strength. Ideally, it should be as calm and serene as possible. A place for you to retreat into, but also a place where others can feel welcome in return. You are great hosts. With the Cancer Sun or star sign, you perhaps like nothing more than to entertain in your home. By providing a meal, you bring comfort to others and the joy to yourself. This is a sign of hospitality, and you are likely to be accomplished host. Cancer personality is well suited to any occupation that manages the comfort of others. You could use the empathic skills in such diverse fields as home improvement, hospitality, building, or real estate. You may especially value anything vintage, prepared, and pre-loved or antique. You can easily sense the emotional resonance that becomes imbued in anything handmade. You could have fascination for history, genealogy, genealogy, or ancestry. Recalling the past can give a heightened appreciation for the now by respecting what has gone before you imply the present. The Cancer responsibility often involves appreciation for heritage, tradition, and age. You could collect mementos and or reminders. You might be a hoarder and hold on to objects that connect you where you have been. Old bus tickets, theatre passes, or letters from friends long ago and gone. It is not that these things are needed, instead they trigger memories that provide a sense of connection to shared experience and a feeling of an emotional happiness and continuity. Having said that, whilst your respect for heritage can be useful in terms of continuity, it can also heighten counterproductive if it holds you back. Bad memories, sad memories. Some of you may tend to live in the past, which can prevent the present from being unfolded naturally, rather than reacting to the situation as they occur. You recall how you once felt, then bring this awareness to the current moment. You may unconsciously look back, not forward, when making decisions, reacting to what has been rather than what is. This can be like driving through life with your eyes permanently fixed to the rear view mirror. Your journey requires you to recognize what is important in the here and now, not rehash how you once felt. We're nearly there, darling. Okay. I'm sorry, Millie wanted to go out. It's really, really hot. It's about 33 centigrade here in Holland today. Now we're going on to the Cancer personality. Born with a Cancer sun or star sign, empathy and support are the gifts that you bestow. Your willingness to nurture others will in turn affect the quality of life that you lead. Your love of responsibility is your greatest asset. By having the capacity to act in ways to bring comfort to those around you, you show you are someone who can be relied upon. But you must learn to differentiate between your own responsibilities and responsibilities best left to others. Your need to be needed can otherwise enmesh you in some very tangled paths. So you can't learn, you must learn. You can only help those that will help themselves. Okay? Okay. Then I get the card, the devil. Okay, don't be anybody else's backbone. Your support is different than being a slave. You must maintain the balance, the equilibrium. The challenges you face is learning to differentiate between feelings and emotions whilst recognizing that just because you can feel something doesn't make it about you. You are learning how to be more objective about your subjective experiences. You bring sensitivity and practical knowledge to others, and that is where you succeed, by giving your advice if asked, and tell them your experience. As your journey unfolds, you learn to differentiate between what is and isn't yours on an emotional and energetical level. Authenticity comes from sensing what others need than knowing how or when to provide it. Yet again, like I said, don't give any advice unless asked for. At the end of the day, you are learning to harness the insight that your feelings bring so that you can create the kind of home and family life you need. The Cancer personality requires you to take responsibility. This in turn becomes a test of your intuitive knowing and a way to prove yourself. Journey to the center of nurturing. The meaning and characteristics of Cancer responsibility. With the Sun in Cancer, you are gifted with extraordinary emotional and intuitive insight. This can be turned to your advantage by taking action to support and foster those who you hold dear, or to develop projects that you wish to get off the ground. To nourish. 1. To provide with food or other substances necessary growth, health and good condition. 2. To encourage somebody or something to grow, develop or thrive and be successful. 3. To keep a feeling in the mind for a long time, allowing it to grow or deepen. That is how you also get connected much closer. Sun in Cancer people are motivated by the need to nurture others, offer protection, assume responsibility, establish a comfortable home, care for family. These are like the keywords. Remember the past. Cancer is a cardinal sign, which means it is motivated to act. Cancer's element is water, which brings focus to the emotional, psychological and spiritual dimensions of life. Wow. And Cancer is also ruled by the moon. Okay. Then we have functional as well, and that is functional expression, sensitive, emotional, intelligence, nurturing, psychic, family orientated, empathic and reliable. Diffusional, that's the negative expression, hypersensitive, over-emotional, extreme selfish, fearful, overprotective and smothering. So if for example we have the it's actually in the reading, the Chariot card, right? That's Cancer. If it's upside down, then that is that negative energy. That is dysfunctional expression, hypersensitive, over-emotional, extreme selfishness, fearful, overprotective, and smothering. Okay. And also, not in the tarot meaning, it means also not going forwards, not going traveling, not getting that car, not going upwards or onwards. Also, no recognition, not the champion, no victory, and when it's up like this, it means victory, recognition, champion, going onwards and upwards, promotions, holidays, moving home. So that is what that card means. And Cancer is represented in the big arcana by the Chariot, and in the small arcana it is usually the King of Cups, as Cancer is the first house of water. And then the Queen means Scorpio. Wow, that is really a long and quite detailed extension of the Cancer energy. Now I'm going to explain a little bit about the moon, since the moon rules Cancer. The interpretation of the planet and sign combinations in this suit of cards shed light on where and how we find emotional security and satisfaction. The moon card describes our emotional nature and basic needs. Well, it's the moon card, but it's also the moon energy, because the moon is ruled by rules the moon rules Cancer, sorry. They also show how we experience intimacy in relationships. The moon represents receptivity and feminine drive, and helps define the way in which we assimilate experience and pass it on to others. It also reveals how we wish to be nurtured and how we nurture others, being concerned with family traditions and links with the past. For this reason, the cards in the moon suit offer important clues to childhood or subject of a reading, depending on its sign. The card will highlight the questionnaires relationship with his or her mother, the nature of the inquiries or querent's early upbringing, and how this has affected his or her life as an adult. Now, that is with this book, the sun signs, the sun signs, and it is talking about the suit moon, but I'm talking about the moon aspects, which are also related to the cards. Sorry, I had to drink some water. Okay. Occupations of a water sign, and this is for all the water signs, or rising signs or sun signs, moon signs, that are represented by the moon, are sailors, salespeople, commercial travelers, nurses, carers, child welfare workers, social workers, foster parents, and that's usually the ones that I do name as well. But it's also hairdressers with beauty, because the water signs, like the Queen of Cups, she stands also for sensuality and sexuality and beauty. The affinities with the moon is Monday, so that's the day. Silver, sea green, the breasts, the stomach, gemstones, opals, collections, again collecting, that's what we've just seen, collecting old memories, keeping tickets or bus tickets or theatre tickets, nursery equipment, the ocean, sea journeys, boats, owls, night birds, water, milk and beer. So that's quite an and I didn't get done that in the Gemini. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that part, and now we're going over to the reading. Now I've got the 9 cards spread, and this is the past, this is the present, and this I use as the future, but I also read this way and that way, and the diamond and this way in a extensive reading. But this is just a general reading for the energy of Cancer. What can we expect in Cancer, and see whether this relates to your general personal monthly reading and mid-monthly readings, or your romance reading. Well, we're coming in with magic, the Magician. So, wow, the Magician is here for us, and this is for everybody. So this will say, or this will mean, be your own magician, create what you need to create and what you want, because it won't fall out of the sky. If I'm reading for a querent, then I take this as the querent card, and then what happens, what has happened, what will happen, and what has happened to the querent, and that is how I built up the story. So the Magician prominently is a prominent person. The zodiac sign is Gemini. Well, we're leaving Gemini, and we're going into Cancer. Also Aries, so there could be a prominent Aries around you, or a Gemini, or coming in. You could be dealing with one of these people. Okay. Now, how did you deal with this person if that was your question in the past? You might have been married to them. You might still be married because we've got the Four of Wands here. Okay, there were celebrations in the past. Okay, that could have, this could be that you, when you see this, if you see this on the 29th of June, then you might um, been you might have had your birthday. That could be the celebration. It can be a wedding. You might have got married, or you might have been to a wedding. Okay, that is the past, because from the 21st onwards we'll be in Cancer. So anything that's happened within the past, okay, can be a minute ago. We've also got lovers. So you might have got married in the past to a lover. You might have partnered up recently. Okay, the lovers is Gemini again, so I feel perhaps the Gemini energy has been really positive, and we did have an eclipse moon, a massive eclipse, so it's bringing in changes for everybody, and you're underneath it here. So this is, if I'm reading it this way, you Cancer are meeting somebody and most probably will be getting married with this person. But you're definitely partnering up and you're going onwards. You're going to go on to big things because you've got the recognition and the victory and success. It's lying straight. You've also got number 7. Luck is on your side. Now, in the middle of what is this? The Magician. And the Magician is related. You've created your own magic. You've partnered up. The Magician with the Chariot. You have come into action and you've got success. Boom. You what at present you might want to consider doing something else, or do add-on expansion, because the Chariot also means expansion. A marriage means also family. Create your own family. A new house. You might be modernizing your house. So what is lying above you? Perhaps you want to refurbish your house. We've got the Ace of Cups for the overall energy, so your cup is flowing over, everybody, especially Cancer, because we're in Cancer energy, and this is relating to Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So you might be dealing with one of these, and magic might be, you might be creating something magical. Okay, the Hierophant is Taurus. Perhaps there is a prominent Taurus. You might be meeting up or partnering up with a Taurus. But the Hierophant also means marriage, because he's the head of an institution, bringing people together, getting married. He can also be a mature man that you seek advice from, or a professional, perhaps a real estate, or a marriage guidance counselor, or a priest, because you want to get married. That's lying above you. That's going to come in. What is underneath you? You've got your wish coming true. So that is happening now. Alright? You've got the 9 of Cups. So a wish is coming true, but you might need professional advice to create your magic. Now, you've also got the 7 of Pentacles, so you've got 2 sevens, and they're in the same row. So watch out for 7-7. But they are in the same row. They're on either side of the wish card. So magic, this is magic for me anyway. So you've sown seeds, you've planted seeds, and you're waiting for them to come to fruition. And this will bring ultimate happiness, the 10 of Cups. You've got the 9 of Cups. There you are, you're going onwards and upwards. Expansion. Expanding the home, expanding the family, expanding your friends circle, your own circle of friends, reuniting with family and friends, going to parties. Wow. Celebration. Where there is an ending, there's a new beginning, a birth of something new, and this will bring you in balance. And you've got the angel number 11. Okay, a doorway opening, so there could be more than a few new beginnings. Wow. There could also be a Libra that is prominent in your life. But the scales also mean bring balance back in your life by taking action. Be transparent. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Do what you say and say what you do. And then nothing can go wrong. Wow, this is a beautiful reading for Cancer time. Beautiful. I don't even feel as if I need to put out clarification cards. But I will put out a clarification card on the scales and on the 10 of Cups and on the 7 of Pentacles, giving it more of a time. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. We have the 6 of Swords on the 7 of Pentacles. Perhaps you have been wanting to move and you weren't. There have been delays, setbacks. You are going into a more beautiful time, a quieter time, a gentler time. Well, the reading already says that, but you've been waiting for it. And this reading is for everybody, but this could have more significant meaning for Cancer. You're leaving rough, difficult times behind. Okay. You might be crossing water. You could be going on holiday as well. Well, you've got the holiday card here. Where else? Perhaps you might have wished to go on holiday. That could be a holiday. No, that is a celebration. Yes, well, if you're getting married, you're going on honeymoon. So yes, that could initiate travel. Okay, but this is initiating that the travel is going to come to fruition. Okay, now I'm going to pull a card from the middle of the deck, and you've got the 5 of Cups. Don't look back. Don't look back, because what has been has been. If you are getting, this could have been a marriage, and you might have left. You might have gone and left. That's the other scenario, because that's what you wanted. Then you're reading this line, and you needed to go to the Court of Justice. Okay, but this can also mean now you've got recognition by a certain person. You're going to partner up. That's lying above you, and that is your wish. That's the 90 degrees read that I do as well. And you're going forwards and upwards. You've used that magical key. You're going to the justice of the peace, and you're not looking back because you're happy. You're in your strength. You have picked up those 2 cups and you've made them into 10. Awesome. Awesome. You were out of balance, but you're definitely in balance now. Great stuff. We've got the King of Cups. There you are, Cancer. You are in balance. You've got your emotions under control. The King of Cups says that you've got your emotions under control. You've reached completion in status of the King and the 10 of Cups. Awesome. It's going to be an emotional month, but you're going to get what you want, everybody. I think it's going to be for everybody a very sensitive month, but you're going to get what you want. Okay, now I've got the card and the card on the Cancer, and that's the last card I'm doing because I'm using this as Cancer time. New beginnings. You might not have all the knowledge. You might feel a little bit insecure, because the Fool is just at the beginning of a new journey, and Cancer, this is Cancer's new beginning to their new solar year. This is their solar return. Also, they will go into their first month of solar return. It is an absolutely amazing and beautiful spread, and I hope everybody enjoys it, and I wish all the Cancer people happy birthday, a wonderful year, happiness and health and wealth. Just one more thing before I go. There will be a new moon on the 10th of July and a full moon on the 24th of July. So those are the sensitive times for the water signs and for anybody that is sensitive to the moon. So on the 10th of July we will have a full moon again, a new moon and a full moon on the 24th. So take a day or two before and afterwards, because the moon energy does have influence on our actions and reactions. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Take care in July. Enjoy July and the beautiful weather and the summer. Remember, the summer holidays are going to start as well, and please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in every live or every video. Take care, God bless, stay safe, and enjoy the summer.